Hello everyone, welcome to Education in Hands. In this video, we are going to discuss about the different types of failure patterns which are going to happen in bolted connections. Whenever we are going to discuss about failure modes in our bolted connections, we need to consider first the failures which are going to happen in bolt and as well as the failures which are going to happen in plate. So both this bolt and plate have common failures because of three main factors. Those are shear, bearing and tensile forces. So depending on these three, this bolt and plate have six failure criteria. If we see those six, the first three related to bolt are shear failure of the bolt, bearing failure of the bolt, tensile failure of the bolt. And then the three failure modes related to plate are shear failure of the plate, bearing failure of the plate and tensile failure of the plate. And along with these six, we are also having one more failure we need to consider in our design, that is block shear failure, which is also very important one. So let us see what are these failures in brief. First one is shear failure of the bolt. So whenever shear stresses are generated in a member or in a connection, then the plates slip due to the applied forces. So two plates are connected means due to the shear stresses, plates will try to slip. So at that time, the maximum factored shear force in the bolt may exceed the shear strength of the bolt. So whenever these two plates are going to slip, then what will happen here? The maximum factored shear force in that bolt connection will exceed the strength of bolt. So it results in the shearing of the bolt shank, which leads to the failure of the section or connection. So see here, failure of bolt shank takes place at the bolt shear plane. So if I am considering like this is the small connection we are having, two plates are joined with a bolt and load is applied like this. This is the shear plane we are having. So whenever this maximum factor shear force is increased more than the shear strength of bolt, then the bolt will fail at this point due to the shear. Then next one is bearing failure of the bolt. See, bolt may get crushed around half circumference when the connected plate slip due to applied force. So here when the plate is slipped over the another plate due to this shearing, then bolt may get crushed. Instead of shearing off, it may crushed. That problem is called as bearing failure in the bolt. When this problem will occur, see, plate may be strong in bearing than bolt. So if plate is stronger than bolt, then this type of bearing failure will occur in the bolt. If we see in general cases, it doesn't occur in practice except when plates are made of high strength steel and poor graded bolts are used. So if we are using good quality plates and poor graded bolts means this bearing failure will occur. Then the next one is tension failure of the bolt. Whenever the plate connection is subjected to tension, bolts may fail at the stress area, like in a tension testing. So in case of any connecting plate is sufficiently flexible, so in some cases if flexible plates are used, at that time along with these tensile forces, additional prying forces are also induced in the bolts. So we need to consider in design both this tensile force as well as the prying force which is acting on the bolt. See, these forces must be considered in the design as they may have significant effect on the tensile capacity of bolts. So we need to consider this both tensile force and prying force in the tension design of the bolt. Then if we see the next one is shear failure of the bolt. Here shear stresses are generated when plates slip due to applied forces. Just we discussed in shear failure of bolt. So if it is in case of plates means maximum factored shear force in bolt may exceed shear strength of plate. So maximum factored shear force in the bolted connection may exceed the shear strength of plate means it result in the shear tearing of the plate. So plate will tear off like this due to the excess shear force. This is called shear failure in the plate. Then next one is the bearing failure of plate. So whenever a connection with ordinary bolt is subjected to shear forces, what will happen? Slip take place on the bolts and come into contact with the plate. So whenever these two plates slip over each other, then the bolt which is placed at the right position will slip from the original position and come into contact with the plate. So at that time, if we see here, the bolt will crush the plate like this. So this type of failure is called bearing failure of the plate. If you see here, the same will given, like the plate may get crushed if the plate material is weaker than the bolt material. This type of failure is bearing failure of the plate. Then the next one is tension failure of the plate. So tension failure of the plate in rupture, tearing failure occurs when the bolts are stronger than connected plates. So we are providing more tension on the plate. Then what will happen if bolt is strong enough and plate is unable to keep that resistance or rupture, then tearing failure in the plate will happen like this. This is called tension failure of the plate. So tension on both gross area which is in yielding and net effective area which is in rupture may be considered. Means the tension condition is considered on gross area, means the entire plate, and net area where holes are provided for bolted connections, and the both places tension should be checked in a plate for the tension failure. And the last one is block shear failure. So the failure of connections in block shear will occur like a block of material with the bolted area breaks away from the remainder area. Like example, if we see here, four bolts are connected together for a gusset and for a member. So if block shear is happening means this plate block will keep here and the remaining member will shear out like this or like this. So this kind of failure is called as block shear. What will happen here? See, it occurs with the shear on one plane and tension on perpendicular plane. So both shear and tension combined together acts on a plane means at that time block shear failure will happen. So the possibility of this block shear will increase when high strength bolts are used. So whenever we are using high strength bolts, we are using less number of fasteners. At that time, there may be a chance of block shear failure. So we need to verify for this block shear failure also. So with this all 7 failure modes, we are going to design the bolted connections for bearing and friction type in the next video, which is very important in our design. So let us meet in the next video. See you in the next class. Bye.